Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining me here on Feature Junkie. My name's Ed, and today we're going to be checking out the new movie, Five Nights at Freddy's. Directed by Emma Tammy, starring Josh Hutcherson, Piper Rubio, Matthew Lillard, and Elizabeth Lyle. Now, I know I've been gone for a while, and I know this movie came out about a few weeks ago, but we're doing it now. Excuse the outfit. I'm just really cold right now. But as far as the movie, I do have a lot to say about this film. But before we get into it, if you could leave a like down below, I'd greatly appreciate that. It helps out a lot. Now, let's get into the plot courtesy of IMDb. Mike, a night guard at a local diner, becomes troubled after confronting the truth of the animatronic customers that reside. They aren't just robots. They're actually alive. Will he be able to survive all 5 nights at the haunted diner, or is something more sinister at play? So if you guys don't know, this movie is based off the video game Five Nights at Freddy's. It's basically what they said in the movie. You have this security guard that works the night shift, and you have to keep your eyes on the screens to make sure that things don't change. If things do change in the screens, you have to like point it out and say like, hey, that's not the same as this, that animatronic is not supposed to be there, yada yada. And I think they do a really good job at kind of showing that in the movie. It's a very simple concept that you can definitely add on and make a movie adaptation. I'm not sure if this movie was supposed to be a TV show previously, and then they turned it into the movie because of the hype behind it. It does feel like it should be a Peacock type of TV show. When I say that, I'm talking about the acting, I'm talking about the quality of the film, just the overall feel of everything in this movie. And this film isn't going to be your typical slasher rated R film. This is a PG-13 horror film for kids, I would say. It's actually a kind of cute, adorable type of film. And the premise of the entire movie is based around this Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria, which is basically a ripoff of Chuck E. Cheese. And that comes through on the screen. I love the layout and the set design of the movie. You're not just in that one central location. You're going in the kitchen, you're going in the hallways, the back rooms, the security room. All of it, I think, is really cool and really well designed. And that's kind of where I stop with all the good parts of the film. There's a bunch of negatives. I mentioned before the acting is a little bit wonky. Definitely the dialogue is super cheesy. I think the way the film is put together, the ending is very predictable. There's not much about the film which would make it above subpar. You can even tell that the people who made this film probably feel the same way because it got a Peacock and in theater release at the same time, which kind of tells you they don't even have confidence in the film itself. I actually think this is a great movie to introduce kids into horror. Like, I remember as a kid, the first horror film I ever saw was Jeepers Creepers, and I was like 8 years old, and it freaked the hell out of me. Like, this is a great way to be like, hey kids, let me scare you a little bit, and they see like, oh, okay, like it's not too bad, and you just keep leveling up from there. There's not really that many movies like that on the movie market, I guess, and I'm talking around in circles, but basically, like, this is a great transitional movie for kids to get into horror. As an adult, I was excited for this film, but this definitely wasn't my cup of tea. It looks like they might be developing a part 2 later on. We'll see if news comes out for that. But other than that, it's gonna be a no recommend for me, but I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about this film. If you liked it, if you didn't, whatever your thoughts are, leave them in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe, hit that notification icon down below so you know I'm going live or dropping new content. And I want to thank you guys so much for joining me here today on Feature Junkie.